You're listening to DraftKings Network.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
For over 50 years, Burlington's legacy has been great deals on coats for all weather conditions. So before you're caught unprepared for the winter weather, head to Burlington for name brands, quality items, and surprising fits for every family member. Stock up on coats, sweaters, and accessories before the cold hits, so you can finally stop avoiding the elements and start living comfortably. Warm up at your nearest Burlington location less than 1 mile away. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Mike Bryan has fled the studio the way that Amin once fled the court when Tim Duncan roared after making a game-winning shot. Mike Bryan has left because he's seen this face. He's seen this name. It's a 14-time NBA All-Star, MVP, Finals MVP, NBA champion. And when I look at him, on behalf of Miami, I think Izzy will vouch for me on this. It is the highest compliment you can give in sports, which is, I do not dislike this man, even though he broke my heart. I must respect it. His excellence was such. I saw what those Miami teams became, and he slayed them, not by himself, but it damn sure looked like it was by himself, with him and J.J. Barea on his back like a spider monkey, like a howler monkey, carrying them and beating Dwyane, LeBron, and Chris Bosh. Izzy, am I wrong? When you see this face, all you can give it is like with Kawhi Leonard. It's like, look, man, that 1 year, nobody was going to stop you.
100%.
So thank you,
so
Dirk.
Sweet.
Thank you, Dirk. No, but you know that that's what you did to Miami that year. People were questioning you.
Yes, that's true. But after 2006, I had to come back and do something. Right, that was a tough year where, we were up 2-0 on you guys, and we were in a great position to win it all. And there's just that whole week, back in the days, it was still the 2-3-2, and that whole week in Miami where we lost 3 straight was like a week from hell. So that'll never let me down. But I'm glad we got back in 2011 and had the chance to redeem ourselves.
I'd be curious, Dirk, given how that went in 2006, like I know a lot of people in retrospect will say, we were the better team. But you'd have a pretty good argument if you thought those 3 games, Avery Johnson never stopped doubling Shaq. Like if some things had changed there, it felt like Dallas was the better team. Would you ever say that having lost?
I mean, I don't know. We were up 2-0. And we were up, over 10 points in the third game with 5-6 minutes left. So, I mean, we made a pretty good case over the almost 3 games that we were the better team. But, you can never not close and say you were the better team. Now, you can say maybe in a series of 1 game, where you lose, you can say, we were a better team, but you can't say that in a 7-game series. That's the better team usually wins. So I can't sit here and say we were the better team. I think we definitely had our chances, but once I think our experience wasn't quite there yet. Once we lost game 3, they came back. Game 4 was a complete blowout, and then it was so mental. I mean, you guys were in our heads. We switched hotels. It was that whole week, like I mentioned earlier, was just one of the toughest weeks I've ever been a part of in the NBA. So that was a week to forget. And then we came home, down 3-2, still have 2 home games. All we had to do was win Game 6, force it to a Game 7, have a home game for Game 7, and we just couldn't stop the bleeding and win Game 6. So yeah, that's.
Dirk, when you guys switched hotels, it was over. It was over. The Miami Heat knew it was over at that point, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. I think that was just something Coach Avery tried after Game 4. It was just so ugly. We got blown out. It wasn't even close. And so he's like, "Pack your stuff. We're leaving right now. We're leaving." And so we all had to go upstairs and pack our bags, and basically checked in somewhere in Fort Lauderdale somewhere. And, it was once it got that far, that was pretty tough. You guys were in our heads.
Dirk, I've never been more upset with players that wear Heat uniforms than I was when Dwyane and LeBron mocked you for supposedly not being sick. Like, why would you fake being sick? It's ridiculous. But that was part of the relationship between you and Dwyane. He also said something, I think, where you maybe weren't a great leader or something like that. Could you describe sort of the relationship between you and Dwyane? Because you are two superstars who shouldn't be disliked by anybody, but for a stretch there, you disliked each other.
Yeah, I think it started with competition, and with competition every now and then, emotions run a little high, and I think what started his comment was when I said we shouldn't have lost that series. I think I said, obviously I was frustrated afterwards. I said they stole. I think the Heat stole this, right, and we gave it away, something like that. And I think that really triggered him because he felt like that this was disrespectful to their efforts, and rightfully so. So that was totally me after losing the series, saying something that obviously wasn't true. And he played an unbelievable series, and so they obviously deserved it. I just felt like we didn't quite execute. We didn't have experience. We didn't know how to close. So I think that triggered it all. And then he said some stuff that I didn't appreciate. And so there was some, I wouldn't say heated. There was just we kind of ignored each other for a couple of years. And there was just no relationship. There was no talking. Or even when we saw each other somewhere, there was no conversations. So, and then in 2011, it's kind of fitting then that we saw each other again, and it's always good now to say we're 1-1 with the Miami Heat in the finals, and so that's all that matters. But we're super cool now. We obviously win the Hall of Fame together last summer, and that was an incredible experience and kind of a bonding thing. And on his podcast, we actually had a little moment where we talked about or aired out some of the stuff that was said, and so I think everything was kind of, obviously in the heat of the moment and emotions, and but I don't have a problem with obviously Dwyane as a person.
That's fine, but I want the innermost thoughts when you're in a room together and you see him and you're like, I'm not going to talk to him, and if he comes over here, I'm not going to talk to him. Like, I want your innermost thoughts in there.
I think it was just like, we kind of both acted the other person doesn't exist. I think to this day, and was it 2007 maybe in the All-Star game in Vegas, we were the only All-Star starters that didn't high five. I think in the history of the All-Star game. So I think that kind of sums it up.
So wait a minute. So you're pretending he's invisible. You're like, I'm competing with him at not letting him know I know that he exists over there.
We're both acting like the other person wasn't there. It was just awkward, and like I said, it was just something silly. But it started with both sides saying something that wasn't appreciated, and then I wouldn't even say there was just no relationship. Neither guys wanted to talk to the other or wanted to have a conversation, and we left it at that.
Well, perhaps I can make you giggle with this and bring you closer to your good friends, because insults and laughter are the shared intimacy of our language among men in sports. So here you go. I'm going to tickle you a little bit. Give me all your honest thoughts here at this Dwyane Wade statue.
Well, he chose this moment. This is my house, and it's the same artist that did mine in Dallas. So I can't be too critical.
Oh no! So you can't say that looks like Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool after he's been burned.
Oh man, the weather is it's cold outside here in Europe right now, but no, it's. Dwyane was obviously involved from the beginning, so that's obviously the most important thing. If he's happy and he feels like this represents him the right way, then we all should be moving on.
Meech, what are you laughing about?
No, it's just incredibly diplomatic.
It was so good. It was so nice. I tried to bait him into it. He wouldn't do it. John Amaechi is here. Dirk, do you remember ever playing against John Amaechi?
He absolutely does not. I would have been on the bench. He would have been on scoring, and I would have been on the bench.
Yeah, I obviously remember you from Orlando. When I got in the league, were you still in Orlando, or?
I think I may have been last year in Orlando.
Amin, can you find for me, please, some
don't
head-to-head stats in Amaechi's games against Dirk Nowitzki?
Why would we do that?
Nowitzki, please?
One of the two of us talking has a statue, and the other one does not.
The other one is a statue.
Which is why I beat his ass.
Yeah.
I noticed that Tony is not brave enough to suggest he could beat you in one-to-one.
To Dirk?
Yes.
Dirk is a childhood idol of mine. I wore 41 as a kid because of Dirk. I was a bigger kid.
That evaded answering the question.
But I'm talking to childhood hero really quick though. I was a bigger kid that had a jumper, and I always looked at Dirk and be like, if I can hit like a one-legged fadeaway in the JCC at 5 years old, like I was the guy.
Again, I didn't hear an answer to the question.
What was the question?
He was asking you. We didn't want to hear from what your jump shot was at 5 years old. We wanted to see whether you could, whether you feel like if you played Dirk right now, how do you think you would do?
Do I get ball first or no?
See, this is absurd.
Dirk, that guy in the back thinks.
It's a big question with me too. Is it make it, take it? Who gets the ball first?
Exactly.
If you can't defend, then it's very important. Is it make it, take it, or who has the ball first? So I get that. I ask that all the time too.
Okay, but he is in my studio in the back row, and he thinks he can beat you.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, but I do have some health issues, so my mobility is more than suspect these days. But listen, I'll just take 2 dribbles, put you down on the block, and it's night-night.
There you go.
The one-legged fadeaway.
And there it is.
When I grew up watching, he'd hit it on me. It's amazing.
But what if you miss one? Is what the question. But Dirk, what if you miss one?
He's got to miss a lot more.
So if I miss one, I'm gonna use my length and my experience, and so I'm gonna give you a little cushion. I'm going to watch if you can hit the first couple, and then if you make one, then I got to make you, do something else. I'll use my length at 7 feet with a long reach and see where this is taking me.
We're going to test the lateral quickness for sure. Give you maybe an up and under, see if you can get around.
Dirk, I feel
lateral.
Dirk, I don't feel like you're moving all that well these days. 20 years of running up and down at that size.
You know what? Lateral movement was an issue at 25, so it for sure is an issue at 45.
And he still has.
I wasn't known for getting out there and showing on pick and rolls, and that was tough for me 20 years ago. You don't want to see my lateral movement now.
Dirk, do you have one moment? I'm not talking about winning the championship, but at any point in any of these games, do you feel one moment that feels better than all the others? That at the end of a game, something you did where you were like, this is the best that this can feel, trying to be excellent at this all my life?
Honestly, I wouldn't even say 2011 was a great run, but some of the best playoff runs that I've had or maybe the best run I've ever had was probably in 06 when we got to the finals to beat the Spurs in that 7-game series and win Game 7 on the road at the Spurs. Was probably one of my greatest wins and greatest achievements. They were always the big brother, the big rivalry, and they always beat us. And so to get through there was just an amazing feeling. To beat that team, obviously we all know how good the team was, how well coached they were. And so to get through there was probably the best series that I've been a part of over the whole 7 games. And probably the best I've played over 7-game stretch in my life.
We will tell the people about what you're doing with December 21st, World Basketball Day. But, just get me the head-to-head stats between Dirk Nowitzki and John Amaechi.
Did you find it?
What a jerk.
I got him right in front of me. You guys met 7 times. Seven times.
Okay.
I must have been on the bench a lot.
You played quite a few minutes in the last meeting when you were playing for the Utah Jazz. You played 20 minutes. You were 0 for 4 in that game.
Nice
0
work.
points, 2 fouls, 4 rebounds. Dirk had 21 and 6, so pretty good job right there.
Yeah, I mean, not bad.
I feel like that's a pretty indicative matchup. Yeah.
But you were 3 and 4 against Dirk in your career, so you can hold your head high. Now, if you want the averages, Dirk averaged 21.6 points, 8.9 rebounds, and almost a block a game. You averaged 1.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, and almost a turnover and a half a game.
So what's amazing about that is that 2.3 points, that must be almost higher than my actual average.
It is.
You also held Dirk.
You raised your average those nights.
Right. I really picked it up on those days.
And you also held Dirk below his averages. Like, those numbers are not as good as Dirk's numbers. So you're basically a Dirk Stopper as far as I can tell.
Down. That's nice. That's nice.
I would say let's leave it at that.
Tell us about what you're doing, Dirk, because you've become an ambassador for the game, World Basketball Day. You've always been an ambassador for the game. The global impact of basketball, unity through the game. You are doing what now in terms of selling the game? Because right now the NBA is taking quite the hit when it comes to people are saying ratings are indicative that the sport isn't as interesting as it used to be.
Yeah, and I saw that too, and I'm not quite sure what to say to that, or what, whether if it's young guys or young people who don't really watch that much TV anymore, or don't sit in front of a TV for 2.5, 3 hours anymore. I'm not quite sure. Is it really the game? Is it really that, we're shooting too many threes? I just don't see that being the main reason why people don't watch our game anymore. I don't really believe that. I'm sure there's lots of other things or factors going into that. If I knew the answer, I would probably work in New York in the commissioner's office. But for World Basketball Day, Luka is launching his foundation, and for one of his things that he wants his foundation to do is help basketball worldwide. So he put together like a committee of guys that help out and want to give back and grow the game and give back to the future players. And so it's going to be interesting. I think how he wants to do it, I'm going to let him tell the story when it launches in a couple of days. But there's some cool guys, some cool basketball minds. Steph Curry's on the committee, me, Steve Nash, Grant Hill, lots of others. So I think we're just trying to help the game grow and develop in the right way. And so we'll see what we come up with in the next few years, and then how we take this, which direction this will go. But I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm surprised that Luka would make that one of his missions of the foundation, which is amazing at that age, that he's already thinking about what can I do for the next generation. So I'm super glad and honored to be a part of it, and we'll see where this goes, where this grows.
Dirk, you're good friends with Steve Nash. You guys played together in Dallas, and then Steve obviously went on to Phoenix. Did you guys ever talk about what would have happened had you guys stayed together?
Yeah, I know that's your guy. Steve, I sometimes, go back and think a little bit, what if? I think there were a couple years there where some championships were for the taking. We're starting in 05, maybe 06, 07. Obviously the Spurs were great. And then, when Powell went to Lakers, obviously, then that they took over. And before that, KG and Paul Pierce went to Boston. KG and Ray Allen joined Paul Pierce. So that would have been tough squads to beat. But right before then, I think there were some years where it would have been possible. But hey, you just never know. I think at the end of the day, us separating was probably also good for our careers. We both had to take on more responsibility, and we probably grew in ways that we might have not grown together because of the responsibility we had to take without each other. And that Phoenix team was just perfect for him, for his skill set, for the speed he played the game at, and the athleticism around him was just perfect. And so I don't know. Like I said, there were some few years where.
Oh, stop it, Dirk. Stop it with I don't know. Stop it. Dirk, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this. Dirk, I'm so tired after 20 years. Like, always the diplomat. Like, stop, all right? We love watching those teams. You can say, yeah, we would have won a couple of championships. We could have stayed together. Yeah, you were great together. We loved watching it together. Yeah. Ever the diplomat. I'm sorry to yell at you. Why am I yelling at you?
No, it was good. I needed it to wake up. But no, we had a great squad, and we loved playing with each other, and we had great chemistry. And so, with that translated, we have stayed healthy together. I mean, who knows? There's 1,000 questions, but I think we would have had a good shot.
He is being basically brought to you on behalf of basketball. He's sponsored by basketball. It is December 21st, is Saturday. It's World Basketball Day. It's brought to you by Dirk Nowitzki and basketball. Dirk, thank you for being on with us. We appreciate the time, sir. Always good seeing you. Maximum respect, sir.
Good to see you guys. All the best.
Hey folks, it's Mike Ryan. The holiday season is upon us. Christmas is coming next week. So, what are you doing for it? I imagine you're going to have some family over. How do you entertain the family? How do you keep everybody happy? Well, I know one easy way. Make your holiday time Miller time. Bring out a nice silver platter of that beautiful white can or bottle, whatever your preference. Heck, do it on draft. As long as it's got that beautiful amber color and was triple hops brewed, you know it's going to be a hit. Why? Because Miller Lite has taste you know you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. You'll take a sip, look around, see your family, and know you immediately made the best decision possible. Because Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It hits different than other light beers. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors in the iconic golden color. The original light beer since 1975, and still the best one. Making memories at year-end gatherings? Tastes like Miller time! Go to MillerLite.com/stand to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Stugotz here. Right now, my friends over at Simply Safe are extending their massive Black Friday deal for our Le Batard Show listeners. Simply Safe is the home security I trust to keep my home and family safe. I've been telling you that for years. This is your last chance to protect your home at Simply Safe's lowest prices of the year. Simply Safe is a new way to protect your home that stops intruders before they break into your home. Old school systems only take action once someone is already inside your home. That's too late. Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection changes the game by preventing crime before it even happens. Simply Safe is extending its massive Black Friday deal for our listeners. This week only, you can take 50% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. This is your last chance to claim their best offer of the year. Head to simplysafe.com/DLB to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this season. Don't wait. This offer won't last long. Keep your home, your family, and your peace of mind protected with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
The holidays is the time of year where you have to host people at your place. You might not want to do it, but you're going to have to. I know I will. And I'm going to have to feed these people, right? Well, nothing is better than getting something off the grill. And that's why I'm going to be buying some things from Omaha Steaks. Nothing delivers the comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite, and right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, score an extra $30 off with promo code DAN. It's a perfect gift for the holidays. Instead of stuffing the stockings, you can stuff the bellies of your loved ones with food from Omaha Steaks. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience. And the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 with promo code DAN. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with promo code DAN. Minimum purchase may apply.
Dan Le Batard.
Bob Kraft, the only reason your organization is good is because of Bill Belichick.
Stugotz.
Belichick has done nothing since Brady left. He made the playoffs once. I think at the very least, he should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. They should make him wait like 10 years to get it. He's an overrated coach.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
In the history of South Florida, there have not been a lot of enemies like that dude, that the echo and the enduring thing is, ooh, I really have to respect everything that was, because he beat the respect out of me. Like, I knew the squad I had. I knew what I had, and Dirk beat them, and holy shit, how did he beat them? Like that, what a great presence to walk into a room with. Like, I wish I could carry something that felt like that around. Walk into a city, and it's like, no, I took down your dragon. Like, you were really proud of that team.
And he couldn't even move laterally.
No,
he said it himself.
Couldn't move laterally and go ahead and recognize the second best player I had on on that team in the street. Like, that's crazy what that dude did. Yeah. Can we do Stump the Meech? It's long overdue. People love Stump the Meech. We got to go out to Rose. People love Rose. She's becoming a star quickly around here, and she's got some legitimate toys now finally, so we could show off some toys. I told them to hurry up and buy all of those. They're making us
you
look
have to
bad.
match those.
I'm not going to match what I already just paid to put those out there. Can you please just? Do we have imaging for Stump the Meech? We don't have imaging. This deserves imaging. How do we not have imaging for this? All right, let's begin, Chris Cody. How much do you dread this, Meech? Or are you excited right now?
Not at all. I've won many times.
You've not
Debatable.
won.
Maybe a couple. But this is the problem. Anyway, I've won many times.
You have not won many times. It's an impossible game to win. He's never won. Let's play the first Stugotz mispronunciation.
Bremer.
No idea.
No. Is this the easy one that we're starting off with?
This is the easy one.
It actually is.
Bremer.
That's not fair to go this hard.
One more time.
Bremer.
No, I don't know.
See, I know what it is, and I hear it clearly. It's one of those ones, once I tell you, you're going to hear it.
Is it one word or two words?
It's one word.
I thought it was plumber.
I don't like when we guess before me.
Don't guess, because otherwise it pollutes the stream.
I will say, though, it's not plumber, just to take all the confusion
So go
out
on.
of it.
Bremer.
It's one of two things, I think.
I don't think anybody knows what you're saying.
Let's get Amaechi's guess, and then everybody else can try to
So
guess.
one more time.
Bremer.
No, I've got nothing. I think bloomer, but that's all I can hear.
Bremer.
Remember?
Roy got it right. It's
Hey!
Remember.
Hey! I know my Stugotz.
Now, once I say it, now you hear it.
Now you can hear it.
Bremer.
No, I can't hear it.
No, it
Okay.
just sounds like a frog.
All right, it does. It does.
Bremer.
If I told you you were sleeping at night,
Bremer.
Where is that thing?
It is a
Get it
frog.
out of here.
Call the cops.
It is a
Remember?
frog.
It is a frog, actually. That's a really good call.
Bremer.
outside your window, I want you to imagine. Is it moving? You're hearing its ribbit.
It looks like Stugotz. That's in my mind.
Let me hear the second one. This is not great for Meech to come out 0-1.
Everything's fine.
Pieces.
Pieces? Is it one word or two words?
One word.
Pieces.
That is someone who's been electrocuted.
Pieces.
This is the same swamp scene. The frog is outside. That is a mosquito hitting one of those electrical things.
Ah, yes.
This is an animal. The world's most terrifying farm. That's a toad. That is a toad that doesn't have two of its legs. Falls off on its side.
Any guesses?
Pieces?
Is that your final answer?
The mosquitoes are dying here, John. You got to give an answer.
Any guesses around the room?
Because?
Is it former Panthers goalie John Van Beesbrook?
The Beezer? No, this is business.
Why is he saying it like that? What? Like he's got his nuts in a vice or something.
What? This is not going well because he's 0-2.
It's fine.
You're 0-2. It's not fine. You're going to lose. Fine. You're going to lose.
Thank you for this word. Thank you for being my friend.
I want you to be in it at the end. I want it to be close.
He doesn't go home and cry after losing this day.
That's because I've won many times.
He's very competitive.
Listen, I'm fine.
All right, number 3.
This isn't fair.
That's not a full word.
Is that one word or two?
It's one word.
How's that going to be two
No,
words?
no, don't do that. Don't gaslight me about this. We've had many times where there's been an utterance that sounds like he's been shocked, and it's ended up being a complete sentence.
What animal is this in this haunting?
It's like a rabbit.
This haunting garden.
Hop it.
It's a different frog.
It is a different
Here, let's
Different
do,
species, yeah.
Let's do two frogs arguing with each other in the night.
Remember?
In the night.
That one's so good.
Remember? Remember?
And then just occasionally a mosquito getting hit in the background.
Wait, okay, so you have that being the sound of a moth hitting that the thing that kills them on the porch because they're
That's
attracted
exactly
to light.
right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You got a guess here?
Down to business. Just keep going.
You have
keep
no
going.
shot here.
Keep going.
I'm just going to play this one. This one I have the full context, so Stugotz will tell you the answer. He actually doesn't say it, but you'll know what it is.
I mean, I imagine he searched far and wide. Any just somewhat clear me, please.
He said he means to say doctor. He's looking for some athlete to be cleared, and he just says doc.
So that's Doc
Rivers?
That's Doctor,
It's
and
Doctor.
then him tased in the
Right.
middle of Doctor.
I mean, I imagine he searched far and wide. Any just somewhat clear me, please.
I wouldn't have got
fair.
that in context.
Any
That's not
doc.
fair. That's not fair. No, but listen to what he's saying.
Even when you give me the sentence, I didn't know that was doctor.
Do you realize, even if you told him it was Doctor, you would stump him so much he would not know it is Doctor? That is.
I don't understand how he can make the noise. That's the piece that's odd, because it's almost like I need to see his lips moving to know. How do you make that? What happens to you?
Moneyball, if you get this one, we're tied. This will be a Moneyball. If you get this one, we will be tied, and then we will have a fifth one we can go to because everyone enjoys this so
And
much.
everything's fine.
Okay, I don't agree. Let's see what we have here.
Brought up.
Third frog.
Brought up.
It really is.
It
We've
is.
got three frogs.
It is a frog.
Remember?
A frog farm. It is a farm of frogs.
Brought up. Remember? Brought up.
I think it's. Is it one word?
One word.
Is it
Brought
rumor?
up.
Say it.
Rumor.
Rumor? That is incorrect. Any guesses from the room?
Let me hear it again.
Brought up.
Protocol?
I was going to guess protocol.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That Tua was going to be in concussion protocol.
Oh, very good.
You're right. It does feel good to win.
It does feel good to
doesn't
win.
it?
I wish
wouldn't know.
I wish he'd ever felt it. Yes.
I have felt it.
Let's see what we have here. Give me another
This
one.
is the final one, and this is two words, and I will say it's two small words.
This is the only way you've won, and I will grant you the victory if you get this. If you get this one, you win. This
Can
one.
you remember that you say this though? Because
This
every
one is
time
worth
I win
6
this way-
points. This you never win this
6
way. You've
points.
never won this
See,
way.
this is what I'm talking.
This
two
is-
short words here.
Also a frog drowning.
This is a frog diving.
It's bouncing around on the ground. It's just a very happy frog.
Remember, two words.
The Kimbe Mutombo.
Small words.
Got a guess, John?
No, come just keep playing it.
All right. Let's just. You're not going to get
I don't know.
It's
what it
worth
is.
a lot. You want to
6
take
points.
a guess? You might be able to win for the first time ever. Just take a guess. Maybe you'll get it right, like we got lucky on protocol.
One more time. No, I've got nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. He is saying is a. Here it is.
Dan is a more relaxed person. Dan is a more relaxed person. Dan is a more relaxed person.
Ah, what 2 words did you say it was?
Is a.
Oh no, the is not in there.
Dan is a more relaxed person.
In the small sound he played, is not in there.
Dan is a more
there's-
relaxed person.
You've missed a piece of it. You've missed a piece.
You've missed a
cheating.
You've missed a piece.
Let me listen to the short one again. Oh, you're right.
Yes, yes.
cheated!
Oh, Chris.
You cheated him!
man.
Disqualified for cheating! He wins because you're disqualified!
7 points.
Remember?
Hey folks, it's Mike Ryan. The holiday season is upon us. Christmas is coming next week. So, what are you doing for it? I imagine you're going to have some family over. How do you entertain the family? How do you keep everybody happy? Well, I know one easy way. Make your holiday time Miller time. Bring out a nice silver platter of that beautiful white can or bottle, whatever your preference. Heck, do it on draft. As long as it's got that beautiful amber color and was triple hops brewed, you know it's going to be a hit. Why? Because Miller Lite has taste you know you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. You'll take a sip, look around, see your family, and know you immediately made the best decision possible. Because Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It hits different than other light beers. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors and the iconic golden color. The original light beer since 1975 and still the best one. Making memories at year-end gatherings? Tastes like Miller time! Go to MillerLite.com/stand to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.